Settle in. Find a comfortable position on your mat. Close your eyes. Making any adjustments that you need to make in the body. Releasing any tension. Trying to relax the entire body. And then try to bring your awareness to your spine. Try to keep the spine neutral. Back straight. Neck, head in line with the back. And then scan the breath. Observing the breath. And then maybe trying to slow it down a little bit. Deeper inhales. Longer exhales. To allow then the mind to settle, focus. And then let's chant 3 ohms with your eyes closed. Join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. Take a few moments to listen to the chant, the vibrations, and then open your eyes. So plan for today, we'll be on the mat, the entire class, seated poses, so warm-ups, some loosening practices, and then some poses, and then some breath work. Actually, we'll do a Kapalbhati, the bellows breathing, before we do the poses. So we'll start with that, a more active breathing practice, and then we'll sort of dial down with some calming breathing practices towards the end. So for now, let's begin with some warm-ups, some stretches. First practice, we'll do some breath body synchronization, forward, backward bends. So take your hands behind your back, hold your right fist with your left hand. As you inhale, lean back slightly. As you exhale, bend forward, keeping your back straight. Trying to bring your forehead as close to the ground as you can. Do this for a few more rounds. Keep going. Inhale, come up, lean back slightly. Exhale, bend forward. Keeping your shoulders, arms relaxed as you bend forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend forward. Feeling the stretch in the back, in the hips. Inhale. Exhale, bend forward. Couple more rounds. Keep going at your own pace. Trying to bend a little bit more with each round. Trying to bring our forehead really close to the ground, maybe touching the ground. And then one last time. And then come back into a seated pose. Release your arms. Let's do some waist rotation next. So hands on the knees or thighs, and then just turning the waist, whichever direction you prefer, for a few rounds. And then we'll change direction. So the legs remain stationary. The lower part of the body is in the same place. The torso, upper part of the body, just making circles, starting with the waist, the hips. One more in this direction, and then let's switch, go the other way. One more. And then let's stop the practice. Next practice, we'll do some lateral stretches. So opening to the right side, opening the right arm, the right shoulder, back to the center, and then the left side. Keep going. And pick up the pace if you're comfortable doing so, as long as you can control the movement. Feeling the twist in the spine, the torso, alternately to the right, to the left. Also feeling the shoulders, arms, neck, getting a stretch. Body starting to feel a bit more warmed up. Heart rate going up a little bit. Important to do that, especially in the mornings before we do any physical practices. Make it a little bit more accessible, more easier, but also better to prevent any injury by warming up adequately. Let's do one more on each side. And then release, start the practice. Quick breath, and we'll do the bellows breathing, Kapalbhati pranayam. We'll do 2 rounds. So passive inhale, active exhale, pulling in the stomach on the exhale. And be careful as always, any back pain, stomach cramps, hypertension, that type thing. Be careful, you can skip it, do any other breathing practice or proceed with caution at your own pace. Go slow. We'll do a shorter first round as usual, 10 to 15 strokes. Stop, take a quick pause, and then do a longer round. So for the practice, hands in fists, fingers close to your stomach, hands close to your stomach, knuckles touching each other. Close your eyes, maybe just visualize the practice, see what you're trying to do. Passive inhale, active exhale, pulling in the stomach on the exhale. Not overdoing it, don't hurt yourself. But at your own pace, let's begin. A shorter first round, maybe 15 strokes or so. Or you can stop any time or entirely skip the practice if it's not for you. Finish up this round. Keep your eyes closed. Release your hands. Just observe. See how it felt. Then open your eyes. And let's try one more round, maybe a little bit longer, up to 60 strokes or whatever works for you. Close your eyes, hands close to your stomach. And really try to focus. Also, good practice to improve focus. Hard to get into the rhythm if you're not able to focus fully. So when you're ready, begin, go at your own pace. I'll let you finish up if you're still going. And then release your hands, keep your eyes closed. Taking a longer break. Taking the time to observe. See how the practice felt. Try to notice how you feel after you stop the practice. Noticing your normal breath after you stop the practice. It's common to feel like the breath slows down a little bit. If you go longer, you might even notice temporary pause in breathing, cessation in breathing on its own without any effort. And then open your eyes. All right. Let's move on. A couple of postures. Let me turn the side. We'll do seated forward bend first, Paschimottanasan. Starting position for seated poses. Feet in front, legs in front of you, legs straight on the mat, hands by your side. Try to keep the back straight as much as possible. Stick pose, Dandasan. And then as you inhale, hands above your head, fingers pointing towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, stretching your back, hinging from your waist, bend forward, try to touch your toes or your ankles or your knees, whatever feels comfortable. And then bending forward as much as you can. And then towards the end, if you need to round out your back a little bit, go ahead and do that. Just try not to crunch your back, stretch your back, and then bend forward, trying to bring your forehead as close to your knees as you can. Final pose. Try to keep your knees, legs straight. If you need to bend them slightly, go ahead and do that. Ideally, they should be straight. Both the legs straight on the mat. And breathe. Feel the stretch in your back, your spine, in your legs. Try not to put too much pressure on your arms or hands. This is really about the middle lower part of the body, not so much about the arms, shoulders. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Maybe trying to bend a little bit more with each breath. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, straighten your back. Hands behind you on the mat. Relaxed seated pose. Quick break. Catch your breath. Scan your body. Notice the changes in the body. Stretching your legs, back. Also noticing any discomfort, any niggles, making sure you don't make it worse. And then let's do a complementary pose, a back bend now. So we'll do camel pose today. So we're going to come up on our knees so you can fold both your knees, go to either the right side, left side, or however you feel like you can access coming up on your knees. Knees about hip width apart, top of the feet on the mat, knees on the mat, and then hands on your hips. And then as you exhale, leaning back, pushing your pelvis forward into a bit of a back bend. Feeling the stretch through your back, through your chest, neck. And when you feel like you're bent as far back as you can, notice your breath. Don't hold your breath. Breathing becomes a little difficult because of the stretch in the lungs. But nevertheless, don't hold your breath. Lean back as much as you can. Feel the back bend. Feel the stretch in the front part of your body. Couple of breaths if you can. And then as you exhale, unwind. Slowly lower yourself back on the mat. Straighten both your legs. And again, a quick break. Relax seated pose. This time, lean back. Rest your head between your shoulders. Maybe close your eyes. Let your breath recover. And then also scan your body. And then let's move on. Let's do a seated spinal twist, Ardha matsyendrasan. Feet together again, hands by your side. And now fold the left leg, sole of the left foot against the inside of the right thigh. And then take the right foot, right leg on the outside of the left knee. So the right foot on the mat, outside of the left knee. Pulling your left heel close to your body, make yourself compact, try to keep your back straight. Now take your right hand behind you on the mat, placing there for support, maybe closer to the body so it allows your back to be straight, spine to be neutral. Take the left hand pointing up, and then the left elbow on top of the right knee or slightly outside the right knee, using that as a hinge Twisting your spine, twisting to the right, looking behind you on the right side in the final pose. Ardha matsyendrasan, seated spinal twist. Try not to put too much pressure on your right hand. It's only there for support. Breathe. Feel the stretch, feel the twist in your spine, your torso. Feel the stretch back of your left upper arm, your tricep region, elbow, left shoulder. Continue breathing. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, unwind, straighten both your legs, hands behind you on the mat. Quick break. Scan the body. Notice the changes in the body. Any stiffness, any discomfort. Breathe. And then let's repeat down the other side. I'll turn this way so I still see you when I get into the pose. So now this time, fold the right leg, sole of the right foot against the inside of the left thigh. Take the left foot on the mat on the outside of the right knee. Pull in the right heel close to your body. Make yourself compact, back straight. Take your left hand behind you on the mat now for support. The right hand goes up, and then the right elbow on top of the left knee or slightly outside the left knee. And then using that to twist, turn to the left, look behind you in the final pose on the other side, left side this time, and breathe. Check and make sure you aren't pressing too hard on your left hand. Feel the twist in your spine. Feel the stretch in your right shoulder, right tricep. Breathe. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the next exhale, unwind, straighten both the legs, hands behind you on the mat. Relax seated pose, Shithila Dandasan, lean back. This time let's close our eyes, take a longer break, breathe, observe the changes in the body. Notice your breath. And then when you're ready, let's move on. Do some additional breathwork practices. I'll get closer to the camera. Get some water if you need to. We'll do some alternate nostril breathing, Nadi, shodhana, pranayam. So start by inhaling from both the nostrils, then alternately inhale, exhale from the right and left, 8 to 10 breaths, and then stop the practice by exhaling from both the nostrils. So first of all, find a good seated posture again, scan your body, making any adjustments, releasing any tension, keep the body relaxed, but also in a good posture. And then when you're ready, left hand continues to stay on the left knee or left thigh, right hand, index finger, middle finger are curled, tips making contact with the palm, other 3 fingers are open. Start by inhaling from both the nostrils. I'll cue for a few rounds to get us into the rhythm and then stop so you can focus on your own breathing. Start by inhaling from both the nostrils. Close your eyes, obviously. Then close the right nostril with your thumb. Exhale from the left. Inhale from the left. Close your left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Close your right nostril with the thumb, gently tapping it. Don't press too hard so you don't feel uncomfortable. Exhale from the left. Inhale from the left. And keep going at your own pace. Focusing on the breathing, letting any thoughts come and go. Noticing the differences in the breath from the right and left nostrils. Full awareness. Finish up one more on each side if you're still going. And then let's stop this round by exhaling from both the nostrils, releasing your right hand. Keep your eyes closed. Observe. Always good to take the time, take a small pause between each practice, each round. Notice what's going on, the breath with the body, instead of rushing on to the next round or the next practice. And then when you're ready, let's do one more round. So same practice. Start by exhaling from both the nostrils. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale from the left. Inhale from the left. Close the left with the ring finger, gently tapping it. Exhale from the right. And keep going at your own pace. Trying to focus better than the first round. Make it a higher quality practice. One more on each side if you're still going. Stop the practice by exhaling from both the nostrils. Release your right hand. Keep your eyes closed. Observe. See how your mind feels. Lots of good studies that show benefits of this practice to improve our cognitive abilities, to work on things that need sustained attention, improve focus, improve concentration with practice over time. And then let's transition to some box breathing meditation. Make any quick adjustments to your body so you're able to sit with comfort for the next 5 minutes or so. And then when you're ready, try to bring our awareness entirely on our breathing and trying to notice the four dimensions of our breathing in particular. The inhale, pause after the inhale, just see what happens naturally, or maybe you want to introduce a pause. Exhale, and then the pause at the top of the exhale. Four dimensions of the breath. Using this as a way to slow down the breath, maybe. Allowing the mind to completely focus on the breath. Four dimensions of the breath. trying not to get distracted. Letting any thoughts come and go, not fighting them, accepting that the mind is going to try to wander. Just developing the ability to notice when that happens as quickly as the mind wanders. And then instead of chasing those thoughts, gently nudging it to refocus on the breath. Maybe you can silently count your breaths in your mind if that allows you to focus better. Keeping the practice a bit more active initially sometimes helps to keep the mind focused. And then you can let go and stop counting the breaths when you feel a bit more settled, or continue counting them. So towards closing the class, one more nice long breath. And then let's bring our awareness back to our body, becoming aware of the weight of the body on the mat, making contact with the mat, with the ground, becoming more aware of our surroundings, the air, any sight, any sounds, any smells. And then taking a few moments to scan the mind, check in how your mind feels without any expectation, any judgment, just noticing. Check in with your breath, see how the breath feels. Any changes from the time we started class to now. And then let's end the class by chanting one Om. So with your eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. And before we open the eyes, take your hands behind your back, hold your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lean back. And exhale, bend forward in a sense of complete surrender to Mother Earth. Be grateful for everything we have. Stay there for a breath or two if you can. Just expressing gratitude. And then as you inhale, come back into a seated pose. Release your hands, open your palms in front of you, and then open your eyes, blinking to your palms. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your day.